My hopes and dreams for this project is that we create a space that truly represents our community.
We think that by focusing on these groups that are so important but that have been left out of the conversation, we'll be able to radically change and grow the local economy.
The Small Business Center will be a space that is going to be created and led by the City of Bloomington, in which local entrepreneurs can come with their ideas, obtain resources, meet staff, find out really what it takes, and we will be targeting BIPOC women, youth, and artists for that space.
We've convened an advisory committee, and so this committee is made up of various individuals that represent those groups.
And we have youth from the local high schools. We have a representative from Normandale Community College, the council member that represents that district, a neighbor, the manager who runs the affordable housing units on site, a couple of artists and entrepreneurs.
I am here on the Small Business Committee to represent Midnight Toast, a home bakery that I co-own with my sister. I decided this was a perfect opportunity for Midnight Toast as well as the youth to get their voice on a city level committee. Not a lot of people think small businesses are a tangible task for the youth, and Midnight Toast and I are here to kind of prove that this is tangible and it's doable.
Knowing the path that we took when we created GOP Aftermarket, I thought it was really important and valuable to be able to bring the insight and knowledge and wisdom that we've gained over 20 years into creating this resource center, so that everything that we kind of struggled with and learned throughout the process, we can possibly help someone else who wants to start a business not have to go through some of those and maybe get that stepping stone and foundation to like leapfrog some of the issues that we went through.
As part of the council's priority for outreach and engagement, we said all of our ideas that we're generating, all of our major initiatives, we want it rooted in the people that live and work in the community. Who better than to ask small business owners here, nonprofit leaders, community organizations.
Innovation really at its simplest term is something new that has impact. And we get that impact by bringing people with different experiences, different walks of life, different backgrounds, different industries together. And that's what we have with the advisory committee. So my role is really easy. It's just trying to guide that process a little bit, offer some insights, but ultimately the people who have been chosen to be part of this advisory committee are driving the work, and they're a representation of the best that we have in Bloomington.
We will be reusing the former fire station number 3. We have a beautiful brand new fire station for number 3 for the South Loop area. This building was vacant, really just being used for storage, and when we approached Chief Yulee Seal about the idea, he was 100% in support. We love the fact that it's in a neighborhood. It's in the backyard to 2 properties that are owned and operated by Aon. Over 500 units, so over 500 families. We are going to use philanthropic dollars and dollars from the federal government and the county to pay for the renovations. City tax dollars are not going to be put into renovating and creating this space. We believed the city had to show a commitment. And so the city was awarded American Rescue Plan Act funds, ARPA money. Community Development submitted a request of $500,000. Wasn't sure exactly what this grant was going to be for, but we knew that we needed to create a pool of money and resources to help our small businesses. And very fortunate that the city manager, city council approved that.
We also received a McKnight Foundation grant in the amount of $250,000. And we also received an additional grant from Hennepin County recently for $50,000.
And we are still waiting to hear from the federal EDA to find out about our $1.5 million ask.
As long as our funding comes through, then construction can begin in spring of 2023.
When we did apply for our federal grant, City Council had to make a 20-year commitment to operating this facility as a city-led small business resource center. And that was a huge commitment, and that was a commitment that says we're all in. We're all in to helping our local small businesses.
I'm so excited to start the relationships with businesses, just opening those avenues of communication. What's their story? Why are they even in Bloomington? What keeps them in Bloomington? And what can we do to help that be successful and to amplify their voices in the community?
I think it's important for this to be a city level project because it feels really nice for the small business owners to know that the city has their back.
Small businesses are the foundation for economic development and growth within the city. So if Bloomington is looking to grow, be successful, be diverse, it's really important to invest in small businesses and make sure that they have the resources to be successful, because if small businesses are successful, then Bloomington is successful.
I'm excited for the future of the new place that's being built, and I can't wait to see all the people who are going to laugh and enjoy it.
This will be a birthplace for startups. This will be a place where people come up with the brightest ideas, and this will be a place that when we look back maybe 3, 5, 10, 15 years from now, we'll say that this was a moment that radically changed the trajectory of Bloomington.